Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Towards Winning. I'm your host, Adil. Today's episode is heavy, it's painful, but it's necessary. With me is someone I deeply respect, someone whose words I always find grounding, Brother Umer Azher. Umer, thank you for being here.
Hi, Adil. Thank you for having me. It's always nice to have a conversation with you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances, but these are times when staying silent is a form of betrayal.
That's exactly how I feel, and I know many of our listeners do too. So let's start from the very beginning, because mainstream media gives glimpses, but not the full picture. What's happening in Gaza right now? Tell us, Umer, what's really going on in Gaza right now?
Adil, I've followed Gaza for over a decade, but what we're witnessing now, it's unprecedented. As of this moment, Gaza is in complete ruins. Israel has launched what many are calling an all-out war, not against Hamas, but against an entire population. Entire neighborhoods are flattened. The death toll is beyond 40,000. Over 70% of those are women and children. It's not just about military targets. This is the destruction of life, infrastructure, and identity.
You said something earlier in private that really hit me. You called it a war on existence.
Yes, because people aren't just being killed, they're being starved, displaced, and erased. This isn't just about bombs, it's about blockade, denial of medicine, destruction of homes, of culture, of memory.
Umer, let's talk about the deaths of children's. Ya Allah, that part breaks me. I saw a photo of a father holding his baby's lifeless body. Why is the world so silent about dead children?
Adil, I wish I had an answer. As of last week, over 15,000 children have been killed. Imagine that number. It's more than the population of some small towns. And those are the ones we can count. Many are buried under rubble. Some bodies are dismembered beyond recognition. One child is dying every 10 minutes, according to Save the Children. What kind of world are we living in?
It's as if their lives don't matter on the global scale. That is the hardest part to digest. We've dehumanized these children by reducing them to statistics.
Exactly. These are kids who played football, who dreamt of becoming doctors, writers, just kids. They deserved life.
Let's talk about Israel's actions. Words like barbarism, war crimes, even genocide are being used by international bodies. How accurate is that?
Let me be very clear, Adil. When you target hospitals, bomb UN shelters, use white phosphorus, cut off water and food, it's beyond warfare, it's cruelty, it's ethnic cleansing. Even Israeli human rights organizations like B'Tselem have called this a regime of apartheid. This isn't just my opinion, it's recognized by Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and dozens of international observers.
I saw footage of children with amputated limbs, no painkillers, just raw survival. This is beyond human comprehension.
And it's systematic. Israel isn't acting in panic, it's calculated. Their goal seems clear: push Gaza into total collapse so that they can control or eliminate resistance completely.
And yet, where are the voices from the Muslim world? Why is there such painful silence?
This is something that keeps me up at night. Most Muslim governments are either complicit, indifferent, or paralyzed by fear of Western backlash. They issue statements, but no action, no embargoes, no political isolation of Israel, no serious aid. We've lost the spirit of the Ummah. The Prophet said the believers are one body, but today that body is numb.
And the people? I've seen massive protests. Indonesia, Pakistan, even in the streets of Riyadh and Istanbul.
Yes, the people haven't forgotten Palestine, but the governments have. The disconnection between the rulers and the ruled has never been more visible.
Let's talk about health facilities. What's happening inside the hospitals?
Hospitals are war zones themselves. Doctors are performing surgeries without anesthesia. There's no antibiotics, no bandages, no fuel to run generators. Pregnant women are delivering in rubble. Cancer patients are dying in hallways. And we're seeing the rise of diseases like hepatitis and cholera because even water is contaminated.
And the doctors, some of them have been killed while working.
Yes, dozens of health workers have died. They're staying behind, knowing they might not make it. That's bravery the world should never forget.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, America. What role is the US really playing?
The US is the shield. Israel couldn't continue without American political and military support, billions in aid, advanced weapons, and most importantly, veto power at the UN. Every time the global community tries to pass a ceasefire, America shuts it down.
And yet they talk about human rights, democracy.
That's the hypocrisy. When Ukraine is attacked, the West unites. When Gaza is flattened, they call it Israel's right to defend itself.
What about neighboring Arab countries, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon?
Some do try in small ways, but the reality is they're more worried about political fallout than about the Palestinian people. Egypt could open Rafah permanently. Jordan could apply diplomatic pressure. But right now it's all symbolic and, frankly, disappointing.
Are there people trying, though? Civilians? Maybe NGOs?
Yes, many. Ordinary people are risking their lives to deliver aid, spread awareness, and speak up, but they're unsupported. They need institutional backing.
Umer, what's the situation with food?
People are starving, literally. Parents are skipping meals so their kids can eat. Families are surviving on animal feed. UN trucks are often bombed or blocked. Aid is turned away. It's a war tactic. Starve them into surrender.
Subhanallah. It's hard to believe this is happening in our time with satellites and smartphones and all.
Yes, we're watching genocide in 4K in real time. It's very unfortunate.
What's the UN doing? Shouldn't they be intervening?
They're trying, but they're shackled. The General Assembly passes resolutions, but only the Security Council has teeth, and the US keeps vetoing every serious action. Even UN shelters have been bombed, UNRWA workers have been killed, and funding for aid is drying up.
So the system meant to uphold international law is failing?
Yes, if the law doesn't protect the oppressed, it's not law, it's theater.
Let's not end in despair. What's the solution?
Ceasefire is step 1, unconditional and immediate. Step 2, end the siege, let food, medicine, and aid in. Step 3, accountability. War crimes must be investigated by international courts. Long term, a political resolution that gives Palestinians dignity, autonomy, and rights. Occupation must end. Gaza must be free.
Do you have hope, Umer?
Hope is a form of resistance. As long as one child in Gaza smiles despite the rubble, hope lives. But that hope needs action from us, from the world.
Umer, may Allah bless you for your words, for your strength. To our listeners, don't just cry, don't just scroll, act, donate, protest, speak. Because if we stay silent while children are bombed, we lose our humanity. Until next time, this is Towards Winning. May Allah protect the oppressed, and may justice rise like the sun over every rooftop in Gaza.